I think one of the things that got me excited at science was in high school when I had a chemistry teacher. She did a lot of crazy experiments. And one of the experiments she did that I still remember is blowing a small methane bubble where she would ignite. And you can see a literal fireball, that goes up to the ceiling. And watching that was very exciting as a kid.
For as long as I can remember, I've always really loved learning about science and how things work, why they have the properties that they do. For me, I am really excited about learning how do we design materials that are adaptive and responsive. Typically, the materials that we design nowadays are targeted for a specific property. And when their environment changes, the material can't adapt. But I think the next generation of materials are going to have these more lifelike characteristics where they can sense and interact with their surroundings and correspondingly change their properties and functions so that they're much more useful, more efficient.
There are many examples why I love working in the Zarzar lab. I'm able to do research with really talented people with all different backgrounds. And we have people from material scientists, we have people from chemistry. Different schools of thoughts can look at the same problem and have different solutions. And I think that's what makes research a little more exciting.
Structural color is a way of generating color that you may come in contact with pretty often in your daily lives. So maybe you just saw the beautiful colors on a soap bubble, for instance. Or maybe you saw a butterfly the other day and it had beautiful colors on its wings. These are great everyday examples of structural color. And so as scientists, we're really interested in understanding these different mechanisms for creating color and controlling how do materials look. And sometimes we see color in materials that we don't expect. And this was the case for us when we were studying oil and water droplets and happened to notice that those had color. And we didn't understand why. So that set us down a totally new path of research.
We were able to discover another way that we can see color. And that is incredible. That just opened up a new field of science.
When you go into the lab and you set up an experiment, you will often have a hypothesis for what you think will happen. But honestly, the most exciting experiments are the ones where the end result is nothing like you expected.
Every time I learn something new about this world, it's a step closer for us to understanding the broader sense of what this type of science can provide. And the more we have of this, in the end, we're gonna be able to combine all of these knowledge to create something incredible.